Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Whew. I was lost track of time. I realized about 15 or 20 minutes ago that it was almost 3 o'clock and I hadn't eaten. And I tell you, my stomach, as they say, was hitting my back and I needed to get something to eat. So I was so I had a craving for some Taco Bell nachos of all things. I tell you, they were good. They were good, but I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. But I thought I would faint with hunger if I didn't get something in my stomach. But obviously I haven't missed a lot of meals, but I didn't eat this morning. Anyhow, hey, Iris here, first one in the house. Hello, hello. Iris says we must write letters, phone calls to let the politician know we matter and will not be silenced any longer. Absolutely. Whoo, we're going to have an interesting live today. For those of you who've seen my video that I posted a little while ago, and I'm going to do a follow-up video if anyone is interested in me doing one with some ideas that I have, but only if people are interested. So I would ask that if you see this video, pass it out. Make as many people aware as possible that things are coming down the pike that they need to be ready for and need to be prepared for. But we'll get to that later. Let me just say hello to some folks. Oh, but I do want to give one caution. I'm not a political channel. I'm not, but I am a channel who talks about relevant issues of the day. There is a distinction. So I don't want anyone getting on here saying, F this person or that, all those things. Anyone who does that, my moderators will kick you out. So we're going to have a civil, polite, courteous discussion. And I know a lot of people feel passionate about a lot of things, as do I, but we can express our passion in a respectful way. But all my globies know that. This is just to new people coming in. But yes, oh my goodness. Let me say hello to some folks and then we'll get right into it. Hey, Marta. Hello, hello. Taking surveys online to earn gift cards. Wow. I'm going to do if I get requests, I've had a few requests, but I haven't had a chance to really read a lot of the comments from the video I posted today. But I did say if people wanted me to do a video with some ideas that I have on some ways you can mitigate or lessen the impact of some of the things that I think that are coming down, going to be happening over the next, I would say several months, but I probably think several days even. Let me know and I will do a video. But I'm looking also for some of you for ideas on how to get through what are definitely going to be some hard times ahead. And right now things are so uncertain. We don't know for how long or to what extent or what impact, but we'll talk about that a little later after I say hello to everyone. Hey, Sheila. Hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you for greeting me. Hey, Nora, my fabulous Nora from Arcuda 2001 is in the house, moderator. Hey, Debbie. Hello, hello. Jay is over with a friend having a picnic, so I've got to pick her up. They were supposed to meet me, but they are running late getting back to the meetup place. But anyhow, I'll be over there shortly. Hi, Shilas. I hope everyone is having a good weekend too. I am, and I hope you are. Let's see. Who else is in the house? Everyone is saying hello to everyone. Hi, Tony Mariani. Ms. Tony Author. Okay. Says, our Heavenly Father won't allow any man group government to eliminate his people. Well, I agree. But, what does the Bible say about if we turn to God and if we, make him our highest priority? And I think we have turned away from that. So we're perhaps going to see some of the consequences of that. And hopefully, if nothing else, what's happening will bring us to our knees or bring us to a more spiritual relationship with the God that we each serve. Hey, Miss Annette, all the people who won the prizes, with the exception of Susie, I needed to know the state that you're in because I'm doing these Walmart to Walmart, most of them, but just the state. But I think I'm going to I emailed you, but I'm going to also email you because I think I know the state because you sent me another email that wasn't related to the prizes, and that kind of gave me a hint. So I'll email you just to confirm that. But I got every other one out, and I'm happy to say. So I sent you the codes to go to Walmart and pick up your prizes, and some of you have already done that. I sent them out starting this morning. All right. Let's see who else is in the house. Oh, Vaughn's on a roll. Hello, I sent you yours, Vaughn. So everyone should be able to pick theirs up today, except for Susie, who I'll need to just confirm which state to send it to. Everyone is saying hello, 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 and hey Sylvie, hello, how are you? Lindy's in the house. Lava Lindy. Hello, Lindy. Jackie McDonald. Oh, you got out of Santa Rosa. Okay. Did you go around so you didn't have to go through the high bridge, or which way did you go, Jackie? Because you were last week you were in Santa Rosa trying to get out without going over the bridge. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Um Sylvie is in the house. Stella, which is Adele. Hello, hello. Hi, Don Pfeiffer. Hello. Letha is in the house. Yeah, I like that. Hello, Carol, Globies, and Lurkers. Yes, hello to everyone, even Lurkies. Hey, Oreo Care, hello. Your first live. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? Usually at the end, I have my Globies say hello to everyone, but hey, Oreo Care is first time in the house, so can all of you greet Oreo Care and say hello and give a big, big, fat, globy welcome to Oreo Care. We're so glad you're here and joined us for the first time. Oh my goodness. Hey, Mo Bang for your bucks. Hello, hello. Haven't seen you in a bit, Tim. Hello, hello. I'll have to get with you because I'm sending my moderator something as a thank you, or I've already sent him. So hit me up on email, Tim. Uh who else is in the house? Um I think I'm saying hello to almost everyone because we're gonna get down. Hey Tamara, how are you? Rick's Gypsy is here. Oh my goodness, Carla, Michelle Smith. Oh my goodness. Hey Patty, I got your thing about going to that campsite. I had reached out to them to come and do an interview and a tour and, maybe shout them out. I never heard back from them. So I don't have time to follow up on interviews 5 or 6 times, if I don't hear back from them, because basically I'm trying to show people places that are nice and interesting, and they're trying to get their thing off the ground, and if they're not interested in the exposure, I don't have time to run behind them. So anyhow, but it did look interesting, and I would have liked to have interviewed them, but apparently they weren't interested. So I move on to the next one. Hey, AL Sanchez is saying hello, hello, and Alessandro, hello, Alessandra. Oh my goodness. Are any of you that are in the San Diego area or close to going to the Tiny Fest? It's going to be, I think, it's going to be, let's see, what's today? It's going to be, I think, the second weekend in March. It is such a cool event. I love that event. They have tiny houses, they have fans, they just have some of everything, and it's really very interesting. They have guest speakers. I want to go because they have some folks who are talking on tiny house communities. So I really I want to hear about that and find out about some of the laws. I did hear back from my real estate agent this week, and surprise, surprise, which is no surprise, he said he's having a challenge finding a property the size that I want at the price that I can afford in California. So I did tell him to expand. He was looking a little bit beyond, but I said, I guess we're going to have to expand into Nevada, Arizona, and Utah. But I just am believing in God that, my desire, my heart's desire is to get a property in California that I can build a community of tiny houses. And I'm just, I'm not throwing in the towel that that's not possible. Miracles are God's still in the miracle making business, and I do believe that he can. I know he can do a miracle, and but if it's not his will, I'm willing to certainly bend to his will. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyhow, oh my goodness, we have a super chat. It looks like. Let me look and see who this is from. Oh, from Samantha B. Ah, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Thank you so much, Samantha B. You said this gentleman knows a lot about what is going on. Ran the third largest social security. Oh yeah, I've heard of him. Um, it says at MyGov expert. Okay, yeah, I've heard of him. I think his name is Ed Weir. Although we do disagree greatly, if that's the same person, on and I was a little I wouldn't say peeved, but a little not happy with him about some of the things he said about the windfall elimination being eliminated. But anyhow, yes, he does seem to know a lot about Social Security. And I tell you, I'm going to get into this later, but I know a lot is being said that Social Security and Medicaid and Medicare are not going to be touched. I don't think that's true. And I'll tell you why. Because there's a $4.1 trillion or six, I think, tax break. And those revenues are going to have to be made up somewhere else. And the two biggest places to make them up are in social services and in the Pentagon. And I don't know. Well, anyhow, we'll talk about not specifically that later. I really don't want to get into that so much on this video, or on this live rather. I would rather get into what you guys are doing to prepare and how you're preparing for what I think are going to be some severe, severe, severe cuts in social programs this upcoming year. Uh, Alessandro is saying hello, hello. Carla's saying hi, Vaughn. It's been a while. Oh my. Debbie is saying hello to everyone. Thriving on enough. Yes, we definitely. I love that name. We do need to learn how to not just thrive on enough, but thrive on less. We absolutely are going to have to become really experts at that. Nora says, I'm thriving on enough. I am too. Don says, I'm in North Carolina if you have any leftovers. No, I'm not in North Carolina. Oh my goodness. But I plan to be there. Um, hopefully this year. Hopefully this year. Jackie says, I want to drive the US and had to figure out how to get out of Santa Rosa. Well, you know what? That's a good trial run for you, Jackie, figuring out how to get to Santa Rosa. Went to the Jelly Belly in Fairfield. Oh, how did you like that, Jackie? That's funny. Wanted to drive the U.S. and had a hard time getting out of Santa Rosa. Well, you know what? I'll tell you something. The more things you figure out, the more your confidence will grow, Jackie. And pretty soon you'll be an old pro and you'll be able to drive from coast to coast and won't even give it a second thought. That's how it works. Uh, Miss Net says she's thriving on enough. Okay, all right. People are saying hello to Lindy. AL says, my name is Arlene. Okay, Arlene. Good to know. Good to know. Jackie says, no high bridges. All right, because you were panicking. And I was like, we got to find her a way to get out of Santa Rosa without going over high bridges. I know that Dunbarton was one way. Hey, Shirley, how are you doing? I know, JK, my number keeps climbing. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to tell you something. This is what I've noticed with other YouTubers who have grown very large channels. The hardest, unless someone just blows up overnight, and there are sometimes people who do that. I wasn't one of those people, but there are people who do that. I've noticed it's easier getting from 50,000 to 100,000 than it was from getting 0 to 10,000. Isn't that something? Because the more and the larger your channel gets, the more subscribers you get, it seems to me the easier it is to get twice as big within half the time. I don't know. It just seems to work that way, you know? And I'm happy to hear that. And speaking of celebrating, Lindy over at Lava Lindy hit 50,000 subscribers last week or this past week. Is that cool or what? Oh my goodness. We're all just moving on up, as they say. Everyone, thank you everyone for welcoming Oreo Care. Um, Stylist says, Don five for no North Carolina here, no leftovers. Oh my goodness. Everyone's saying hello. Hey, Trippin, hello, hello. Um, Sylvie's welcoming. Yes, I agree, Sylvie. This is the best live on YouTube. The coolest people, the greatest group of folks. I just have been so blessed to have an amazing, amazing community here. Just amazing. Hey, Sula. I'm sorry, Sela. Hey, Sela Brooke from New York. From York. Oh, I need to put on my glasses. Hold on. Let me get my glasses on because I am having some challenges. Let's see. Where are my glasses? Hold on. Are they down here? Oh, nuts. I moved my glasses, but I definitely need my glasses. But hello, Sela. Hello from York, Pennsylvania. And Maria. Hello, Maria. I have not checked in with you in a very, very long time. Are you still in the van? I Let me just clarify something. Most people who follow me know I'm not full time in the van. I've traveled extensively and I continue to travel extensively. In fact, I've done over 120,000 miles now in the last 5 years. So I spend a lot of time in my actually vans, plural, but I'm not full time. And right now, I just got back to my home base from recently from Quartzsite. So I'm kind of looking to see what my next move is going to be. I'm going to try and hang around until the Tiny Fest because I really want to go to Tiny Fest and see that. And then we'll see what's next. I may I may head to North Carolina, but Donald said he may come this way. So we'll see, my brother Donald. So we'll just see. Maria. Um Everyone's saying hello. Hey, Barbara, how are you doing? Hey, Silverwing77, saying howdy to all. We need to get close to God, ask Him for forgiveness. Then He will watch over us and keep His children in His hand. God's blessings to all. Thank you. Thank you. I accept that blessing. I certainly could use some blessings. Um, uh, Don says, Shilas, well, it never hurts to ask. You know what? Hey, nothing, beats a success like a try. Hey, you don't get people don't a lot of times people don't get things because they don't ask for them. So hey, I don't blame you. Don't ask. uh Thank you, Arlene. Yes, thumbs up, everyone. Hit those thumbs up. I always forget that. I forget to say that, but it does help the algorithm. This algorithm is the most mysterious thing. You can never figure out which videos they're going to shout out, which videos they're going to recommend, which videos. And I'm telling you, on your videos, one video they may pay you one thing, the next per 1,000 views, the next video they may pay you half of that. And I have no clue as to what determines it. I do know that January and February are usually slower months, although this has been a very good month, February for me. But in that they're slower months, advertisers pay half or less of what, I don't know whether advertisers pay or whether this YouTube pays, but January and February, they tend to pay less than half. So you have to, I think I explained that in a video, you have to do double the amount to kind of stay in the same ballpark income wise. But that's okay because I really needed to be putting out more videos. I wasn't putting up enough and covering enough topics. So I'm having actually a very good month. This month, I think I may hit 600,000 views this month. Do you believe that? Do you believe I may actually hit 600,000 views in 1 month? That was like what I was lucky to hit. I don't think I wouldn't even hit that in a year when I started out. But 600,000, so 600,000, and some of them are the same people watching over and over. And I am so appreciative of those of you who do that. But yeah, so I'm just I am just happy. I'm thriving on enough, okay? I'm thriving on enough views, just thriving on enough. Oh my goodness. Um, Samantha B says he knows about, okay, he does live streams answering questions. Okay. That would be a good thing because I tell you what, who it can take someone even at the social security office told me that it can take 8 hours on hold to get through to someone, and basically if they're cutting departments, every single department, that means social security will be cut too. So if it's taking you 8 hours to get through to someone, and with the level of employees they have now, can you imagine how long they may put you on hold for 3 days? I mean, oh gosh, things are going to get crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey, CW Style 3, I will say hello to her. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Black Butterfly 9799, hello, hello. It says, thank you, I would love to go. Where, okay, my mind is like a sieve. Things go in and right back out. So where would you like to go? I don't think I mentioned yet that I am hopefully going to Alaska this year. So maybe some of you will come along and go to Alaska. I want to go with that caravan that Bob Wells is part of, that he's helping to sponsor the meetup in Alaska. I forget the name of the young woman, but maybe by next week I can have it and share it with you all. But hey, Joan Forrest says, wish I, okay. All right. I'm sorry, Black Bear, Black Butterfly. We'll go to the Tiny Fest. Yes, yes, yes. It is really, really a cool event. It really is. Thank you, Joan, for mentioning that because it already went out of my head. Oh, you're far from San Diego, but let me tell you something. They have them all over the country. I've gone to one in Arizona as well as here, and I do believe they have them in either the Midwest or the East Coast. So check and see because they do have them in other parts of the country. It's not just California. So, hey, Faye Martin, haven't seen you a little bit. Welcome, welcome back. RC says it's not going to be as bad as you think. Give it a chance. You know, RC, I pray you're right. This is one time that I would really, really, really like to be so wrong that I have to eat my hat. And I really hope that I am. I hope that you're right and that I am very wrong. And this is one time. I don't usually hope that I'm wrong, but this is one time I do. Um, I am, but I do believe, regardless of what is said, with all the uh, monies that are taken out for cuts to those that are whose incomes are 400,000 and above, that money's going to come back from somewhere because we already have a deficit that is at record numbers, and it's looking to go up a lot higher. So that money's going to come from somewhere, RC. I don't know where, but my experience, and maybe it'll be different this time, but my experience in life is that when things get tough, they get toughest for those who can least afford it. They get toughest for people who are already suffering financially, who are struggling. You know, I was just talking to my brother, Donald, the other day, and we were talking about how, you know, I've gone into grocery stores in really high end neighborhoods, and I've gone into grocery stores in very poor neighborhoods, and the same merchandise in very poor neighborhoods is much more expensive. Now, in neighborhoods where people can least afford to pay more, they're paying more. And not only that, the quality of the produce, the vegetables, the fruits is substantially less than the quality in higher neighborhoods. So, like I said, ish seems to run downhill, but we'll see. And you know what? Stick around, RC, and let's just see how it pans out. And I don't have a what do you call it, global ball, an 8 ball or whatever, a fortune teller ball. I forget the name. I can't even think of the name. But I don't have one of those balls to tell what the future is. I look at what seems to be happening, and I speculate. I grant you that I am speculating, but a lot of the information that I provide as far as who's laying off, the percentage of people um, that are on that are using social security as their primary source of income, the number of the percentage of people who are homeless, the fastest growing homeless group being seniors, I 55 and older, and the highest percentage of people who are living solely on on social security are people 65 and older who live alone. Those are facts. That's not speculation. So when you look at a lot of these facts and look at what's happening, it just seems reasonable to conclude that people at the bottom will suffer the most. But let's see. Let's see if there are enough safeguards, or are there enough people in Congress and Senate to say, hey, let's protect some of these folks. We'll see. Only time will tell. But so you're right there, RC. Time will tell. Um, Letha says just the building permits in California cost a fortune, not to mention the ecology permits. Well, to some degree, yes, but there is the fact that in California, they are becoming more and more lenient about accessory dwelling units, which is small units in the back of your house. They're even in San Diego and other places in California allowing you to put tiny houses on wheels in your backyard. And in some cities, they have waived the permitting in some areas um, for some things in order to get it. There's such a desperate need for housing. So I'm hoping that I'm praying that when I put together my tiny house community, if I agree, which is what I want to do anyhow, if I agree to have it below a certain level for rents, that some consideration will be given. But I don't know. Lisa, it's about faith. It's about faith and also preparing. I've been doing my best to prepare for this financially for quite a while because I knew it was something I wanted to do. And so, they say luck is when preparation, when good fortune and luck means when opportunity. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll get it together. They say luck is when opportunity coincides with hard work, and I would say that the same thing applies in terms of faith and hard work. That when you have faith and you also put the work in, that's when opportunities present themselves. uh Everyone, hey, Shirley Bryant is saying, oh, we have been prepared for years. Good for you. Good for you. You are among the few. um I would say the majority of people have not been preparing for years. And I would say that the majority, I don't know why my nose is itching. It's just itching. But I would say the majority of people aren't even thinking that they need to prepare right now. And then again, there are also some people who just don't know how to prepare. And if you want me to do a video talking about some of the things that some of you share on here and some of the other ideas that I have on what I think, I have one thing, and I'm going to share that in a video if you want me to do one on it. But I think there's something that's an absolute 100% necessity to get prepared. And I'll share what that is if I do that video. Um, I know. Here's my Panera cup my free drink. But you know what I do now? Because I was having too much of that green tea and too much sugar. So what I do now is I fill it up with ice. Then I fill it up to about here with the sparkling water, and that's practically that's 0 calories. I think maybe 2 calories or something. So I fill it up almost all the way, and then I fill just this little bit here with raspberry tea just to give it a little flavor. So that's what I've been doing. So that's, at least I don't have the whole cup filled with a sweet drink or soda. mm. Thank you for mentioning that, because I'm thirsty. My throat is a little bit dry. But oh my goodness. Maria, you're welcome. Maria, you're welcome. Yeah, Letha says, yeah, most everyone knows Weir. Yeah, he's very well known. Um, yeah, he does seem to be very knowledgeable about Social Security, and that those aspects of what you can and can't do and what you might consider. He sometimes doesn't tell you, oh, take your retirement early or your Social Security early, or don't. But he sometimes, from what I see, gives you formulas so that you can do what works for you. And sometimes some people are so financially strapped and desperate that I knew someone like that. They couldn't work. They hit 62, even though they were going to take a big hit taking their Social Security at 62 rather than waiting till 65. They really had no choice financially. They would have been out on the streets if they did not take it early. So sometimes you just don't have an option. Uh, thank you, Miss Nets. Greeting everyone. Nora says, LOL, Vaughn. I went last week to my Panera and couldn't stop thinking of Carol. I know. I got Nora hooked on Panera too, and several other people hooked on Panera. Hey, you can't beat it. It's kind of, and if you're on the road, and you're places where there are going to be Paneras, you can stop in and get a mug full of hot water, a mug of ice. I mean, it's hard to beat. CW Style says, I'm praying for you, Carol, that your dreams for tiny houses. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're the sweetest person. Ah, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad to have you in my life and all the rest of you. I talk about how as we get older, usually our circle starts to get smaller and smaller. But thanks to all of you, my social circle and my friends, I have met, some people who have just become what I know will be lifelong friends, Lava Lindy and others. Oh my goodness. It's just it's just been a blessing, an unexpected, they talk about unintended consequence. Well, this is a fabulous unintended consequence that I would gain so many friends, and many are very, very Nora, a lot of you. I'm not going to start naming because I'll leave people out and then people will get, offended. But I'm just saying I have met so many wonderful people and continue to do so. Hey, Denise BC, hello, hello. Um, Maria says, I will have to sell my home and move out of the country. Some people are considering that. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people, about 5 years ago, between 3 to 5 years ago, Portugal was the place where a lot of people were going. It was Costa Rica, then Costa Rica got kind of expensive, then Portugal. Now Portugal is getting kind of expensive. There's still places in Mexico, but I don't know, with cartels, and I know cartels aren't everywhere, but I'm just a little leery. So, and Canada, unless you're in Vancouver, much of it is so cold all the time. Just, whoo, buddy, some of it, you have, I was going to say miles. Well, I'm going to say miles and miles of snow, not miles deep, but it would feel like it. Lindy says, I hear that they will be touched by removing the 6.5 million people who are over 112 to 300 years old. I'm not getting that. Who are over 112 to 300 years old. I'm guessing you're uh joking. I'm not sure, Lindy. I'm not getting that. It went over. I'm guessing someone else in here, I'm sure, is getting it, but it went over my head. So if you can explain it, Lindy, so that my little feeble brain can understand it. Uh, Debbie Johnson says, yes, thrive on less. I'm trying. I think we're almost all trying, Debbie. We're all trying to learn how to thrive. See, it's not only, I don't want to just survive. I mean, I don't think any of us want to just survive. We want to actually thrive. And that's the goal, is not to simply survive, but to actually thrive. And I want to give some tips on that. in an upcoming video. Sylvie says, I've got a rain barrel to catch rainwater. I grow my own fruit and vegetables as much as possible. Well, you're ahead of the game, Sylvie. Wow. You are really ahead of the game. That is fabulous. You know, though, in some places, get a load of this. In some places, it's illegal to catch rainwater. Do you believe that? So, water coming from the sky, from God, from the universe, it's illegal to catch, should belong to all of us. I mean, honestly, I can't make this nonsense up, but I'm glad you live somewhere where you can, Sylvie. But I hope they don't make these rules everywhere so we can't. It's like the system wants us to be reliant. It's like folks want us to be reliant on the system and try to remove things that make us self-reliant, because when you have people who are self-reliant, they can be a little more independent, can't they? And that can be scary to some folks. And I'm not talking about the current administration in this. I'm just talking about in general. Sometimes, you know it's like a person who's very controlling in a relationship. They don't want that other party to be self-reliant because they know they can walk whenever they choose to, if the other person misbehaves. But anyhow, that's off topic. uh yeah, thriving on enough says yes, thriving on less. Yep. Shyla says, can't wait to meet you, Carol. I can't wait to meet you either. I hope to meet each and every one of you one day down the road. Oh, Lindy's been buying plants for her Van garden. I tell you, I've never seen a Van garden like Lindy's on the back of her rig, in that basket on the back. Oh, that is so cool. Dana says, hello, Carol, and your great moderators. Yes, I do. I have the best moderators, I believe, on all of YouTube. Absolutely. Uh, Sylvie says, I'm stacking up on canned and dried food, bought a dehydrator. That's a really good thing to do. That is a really good idea, is getting a dehydrator. They're pretty expensive, though. But that is, maybe I could find someone who would find a company. Something to think about. Yeah, I looked at them, but they're just heck of expensive. But that's a thought, Sylvie. But that's a very good thing to have. Ah, oh, Jackie says, love the Jelly Belly factory. I've never been there, but I would really like to go there. CW Style 3 is saying hello to everyone. Uh, I know, Nora. I had my reading glasses right here, and then I guess, oh, here they are. Okay. Now, I may look a little weird with these glasses because they're kind of a odd color, but see my glasses? These are my reading glasses. Hold on, I need to clean them off. I won't be able to see anything out of these. They're so dirty. Hold on. Okay. Oh, it's like a whole new world. A whole new world. Okay. All right. I do look a little weird, I guess, but hey. Goodness, what's happening? I would close my windows, but I don't want to bake in here. Okay. Um, all right, they're passing by. Maria says, JK says, smart, Sylvie. Yes, that's very smart. Maria says, if Social Security is cut or removed, I will have to sell my home to survive. Yeah, I think there would be riots in the street if Social Security was cut to people who were existing on it and existing on it currently. I do believe, though, that for people who have not applied, or usually it's like I was thinking a while back that the cuts would be to people maybe that will apply in 3 or 4 or 5 years. But I believe that the cuts may even be to anyone who hasn't applied already. But I don't know. Like I said earlier to RC, this is pure speculation. But I do think that there will be cuts to future um, enrollees in Social Security, but I don't think that they'll cut from people currently getting. But what I do think is they're going to raise the charges and the prices for Medicare, how much you have to pay in. And I do believe they're going to um, cut different services from Medicaid. But we'll see. I don't have a crystal ball. Oh, that's the word I was looking for, crystal ball. I don't have a crystal ball. Does that happen to you folks? You lose a word or something, a phrase, and then when you're least expected, it pops back into your mind. Oh my gosh. Some of the things that come along with getting older. But yeah, I don't have a crystal ball, but I think that's what's going to happen. But we'll see. No one knows. We really don't know. Um, Samantha says if you go to Doge savings page, scroll down and under contracts, click more information, and there are 4 cuts to SSI. Scroll down to real estate and click more, and there are 10 leases being canceled. Leases for what, Samantha? But I will go over. And the 4 cuts to SSA, do you remember what they are, Samantha? So maybe we can talk about them now. The 4, because I can't go look it up right now. But 4 cuts to SSA. So are there people that would be eligible, like kids or disability or different things like that? Interesting. I'll have to go over and check that out. Shyla says, when you come to North Carolina, can't wait to meet you. Are you in Eastern North Carolina? I will be in Eastern North Carolina, Shylas. So if you're in Eastern North Carolina, and I'll probably also be, I might even be in Myrtle Beach for a minute. Vaughn's on a roll says, when Max and I drive over a bridge, we put our we put our life jackets on just in case. Well, that's a good idea, but if the bridge is really high, I don't know that the life jackets would help that much because of the impact. But hey, nothing beats being prepared. And I never even thought of that, Vaughn. So that is wow. I'm impressed. I am impressed. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's cracking me up. CW Style 3 says, I'm so blessed to have friends like you all on Carol's chat. We are blessed to have you. We're blessed to have each other, you know. And as things get hard and difficult, this is a safe place to come and talk about them and encourage each other and pray for each other. And just, I think, you know, this community is so important to so many people, including me. Uh, I know. Congratulations to Lindy at 50K. Is that cool or what? Don says, well, if you come to North Carolina, let me know, and you can stop by and take a tour of my old Greyhound bus conversion. Ooh, that sounds very interesting, Don. Now, I've never seen a Greyhound bus conversion before. Oh my, that sounds pretty interesting. JK is greeting everyone. Yeah, Sylvie, they do seem to snowball on YouTube as you get bigger, and if you have a viral video that really is popular and people relate to, a lot of people will sub. But yeah, congratulations to Lindy. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I know, Maria. 101 now. Oh my goodness. Lindy's thanking everyone. Hey, Violet at Content Boutique. Hello, hello. Oh wow, there you've got an OG in here, Lindy. JK says JK has been sub to you since Camo Dave days. Wow, that's a really OG original one here. Oh my goodness, how cool is that? Um um yeah, Violet, I saw that reports that we may get stimulus checks at 5,000. From what I saw, there's no real substance to that. Someone had suggested that. I think it was a senator or something. Basically, they're saying with all of the billions of dollars that are going to be saved through Doge, that they should issue stimulus checks to people, but everyone would not get the stimulus checks, as I understood. Even if they did, even if they did do it, which I don't know if they're going to do or not. But the only people who would be eligible for if you get a tax refund already, my understanding is you would not be eligible for a stimulus check. Only if you end up paying taxes, but not if you get a tax refund, which is kind of crazy because let's say you get a tax refund of $200. Why not just take that $200 out of the $5,000? Whereas someone else, okay, say you get a tax refund of $200, someone else has to pay $200. So because they're $400 above where you are, they don't have to, they're $400 above where you are. They get $5,000, which means they would have a $4,600 net over you. That makes no sense. So, yeah, I don't know. The way it's set up is kind of kooky, if you ask me, if it goes through. Hey, Madam Claire Powell says, everyone stay strong. Yes, yes. And encourage each other. Encourage each other. You know, what's that song? The wind beneath your sails? All of us need to be the wind beneath each other's sails to keep us afloat, to keep us, up and going. Silver Wings 77 says, howdy, y'all. I hope to have my van done by June. Oh, very cool. Love to meet up with you in the East. I still need to email you. Sorry, been busy. We're all busy these days, so I do understand. I do understand. It's not only the taxpayers, Madeline. It's my understanding was it's not just taxpayers. It's if you don't get a refund, which is ridiculous. So even if you pay tax, and let's say you paid over by 1,000, so you get that 1,000 back, then you wouldn't get the 5,000. Why not just if that's the way you're doing it, take the $1,000 out? But I don't know. It just seemed goofy the way it was being talked about online. Rocking down the road with Dale. Hello, rocking down the road with Dale. Vaughn says, Violet, they don't have enough info. Yeah, they really don't have enough info. They really don't right now. And it's just speculation, and someone had just mentioned it, but no one's really talking about it. I don't see them doing that. I don't see them cutting all these programs and then giving everyone or a lot of people $5,000. I just don't see that happening. But you know what? I eat my words if it does. What can I say? Uh Don is saying, Charlotte, what area of North Carolina are you in? I'm just southeast of Greensboro, about 20 miles. Oh, Charlotte is Fayetteville. Okay, that's a big military town, Fayetteville. Debbie says, Leland Dudek, a career employee for Social Security admin, provide unauthorized access to Elon Musk staffers. Trump recently promoted this guy to acting commissioner. It was founded about 2 hours ago. Oh, I don't know. So much crazy stuff is going on. I can't keep up with it, Debbie. I really can't. You know. Lindy says they did say $5,000. Now they're changing daily. Yeah, I don't know. I'm, what do they say? I'm from Missouri. You're gonna have to prove it to me. You know. Hey, Mark Irwin. Hello. Miss Net said, small world Don. I lived in Greensboro for 35 years. I have cousins who used to be in Greensboro, but I don't think they're there anymore. Violet says, Madeline, does that mean that we have to file taxes even if we don't make enough to be required to file? I don't think, if you don't make enough to, my understanding is if you don't make enough to file, that you would not be eligible for that. Again, people who need it the most would not receive it. I mean, if the idea is, hey, we have all this money that we're saving, and let's give a little part back, why not also include people who need it the most? You know, so you're going to give it to people who are millionaires, multimillionaires, billionaires, but not to people who need it the most. I mean, it just, I don't know. Uh, what can I say? Jackie says, "Oh, I went over the San Rafael Bridge, Richmond Bridge, and Martinez Bridge. Oh, okay, all right, all right. Yeah, I used to go over the San Rafael Bridge on a weekly basis almost when I was in high school because I went to school, boarding school, in across that bridge, and then would come home on weekends. So, Martin, it says, Lindy, not true. Well, I don't think really we know anything about what's going to be true and what's not going to be true right now. Miss Net, Nora says, Miss Net, I used to go to Greensboro every year for Market American Convention. Was great times. Wow, it is a small world. Isn't it a small world we live in where everyone seems has some sort of connections? But I want to we're almost time. Oh my goodness, almost time for me to to head on out to pick up Jay. But Jackie says, I rode my bike over the Coronado Bridge. Oh, now that is something very, very cool to do. Oh my goodness. Now that's a low bridge, so it's not, well, it does get up, but that's a fun bridge. And Coronado's beautiful. Oh, you should have hit me up on on if you're in Coronado, Jackie, because I am in San Diego. Oh my goodness, hit me up on email. But Vaughn saying, Marta, what's not true? Uh, Violet says, Sabs. Well, it's not a true. It's not a true glow live unless I kick myself off the live at least once. Okay, what can I say? Um, so it's taking me to the bottom of the comments. So I'm probably missing a lot. Yeah, there I go. What can I say, Susie? Yes, Shadas, I agree. We're all in this world. We're all connected. And if we could just understand that, wouldn't it be a better place? Wouldn't it be a better place? So let me go back. It says, Susie, section 8 comment. I can see that happening. Okay. Let's see. Uh, Now, see here that Iris is saying, Miss S, it will also affect food stamps and Medicaid help from the state. Hold on, let me go down. Uh, okay, let me go down. I'm missing. I am so far behind. I'm trying to catch up with um Okay, I'm going to miss some. So if I miss a comment that you want me to say, come back and say it because I can't go all the way back up. I'm so far behind. And when I kicked myself up, it went all the way to the end of the comments. So I missed a lot of comments. So if you have something to say, I'm going to come in probably at the middle. Go ahead and say it again. Fifth Dimension says we didn't qualify for COVID money because we made too much. How is that fair? Really? I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair. Violet at content, unless you're a billionaire, then yeah, I'd say if you're a billionaire, Violet at Content Boutique says our taxes have paid in for that corruption. We should get a refund. Okay. Mo Bang says you will be amazed how people come together in hard times and survive together. That's what I'm talking about, Tim. That is exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm going to talk more about that in my video. I have seen it in my lifetime. Just make sure you're near near Mo Bang. You are set. Okay, well, I'm not that far from you, Tim. Well, I don't know, because Tim, you're always scurrying all around the whole country. So one week I may be close to you, the next week I may be on the other side of the country from you. Speaking Sparrow says, I'd be a nun, but I'm not Catholic. Oh, well, you can be a convert. What can I say? Mrs. S says, carefree, that is the tiniest drop in the bucket. Look at what our monthly GDP is. Oh, my goodness. Wind Beneath My Wings. Yes, that's the song. Bette Midler, I think, sang that. Don says, refund recipients will be eligible for the check. Really, it's only those who pay taxes to which will cut out most who are single and hmm. I don't know. It's just too many unanswered questions. So I'm just going to wait and see on that one. I agree, Teresa. I'm not getting my hopes up. Uh oh yeah, Carol. No, they're not stimulus checks. They're reimbursements. Okay, Miss S. I can go along with that, Mrs. S. I can. Vaughn says, "Woohoo, Mopang." Uh, Hal says nothing will be saved through Dodge. This lie originally started at 8,000. Now it's down to 5. Any savings from cuts will go to fund billionaire tax cuts. Well, a lot of those savings will have to go there because the tax cuts are going to be, I hear, about 4.1 trillion. So a lot of that money will have to go through that. But it's kind of like a rumor, and some rumors turn out to be true, but many and most turn out not to be true. Uh, we'll see, Blue Lady 22. We'll see. Samantha says if you do not make enough money to pay taxes and therefore you receive all your taxes prepaid as a refund, then you would not qualify. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We will absolutely see. Uh, Blue Lady 22. There's so many people telling so many things. Who knows? Who knows? That's why you really have to do your own research and you really have to do your own due diligence because there's a lot of information on the left, there's a lot of information on the right, and the truth is often somewhere in between. So you just have to do your own due diligence to find to and sometimes you have to really dig deep to get to the truth. Adventurous Spirit 66. Hey, Adventurous Spirit, hello, hello. Says Mo Bang, I for sure anyone around you will be just fine. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Hey, Graham is saying hello, hello, Graham. Patricia says I do. Okay. Uh Donna says, now here's the attitude. Here's a good attitude. I hope we get the 5K because that will put me closer to van life. Hope springs eternal, doesn't it? Oh, Doris says, I also have an opportunity to buy a can. Sent the pictures, but there's a lot of rust on the outside. 42,000 miles. Wow. What are the next steps? Well, I would have 42,000. So it's got that kind of rust with 42,000 miles. That seems a little bit suspect to me, Doris. I would definitely get a mechanic. If you have a trusted mechanic or if you have friends or family who have a trusted mechanic, I would absolutely have them run a test on that, do engine compression. Because I don't know, what do you guys think? I think 42,000 miles with loads of rust. I don't know. Unless it's depending on what year. I mean, if it's 25 years old and they only did, a couple miles, 1,000 miles a year, I don't know. But I would have it thoroughly checked out. Uh oh. Well, I don't think anyone's going to be buying Greenland and Panama. I think, that's a pipe dream, honestly. Hey, Elaine is in Hendersonville, North Carolina. We got North Carolina represented in the house today. Oh my goodness. Uh okay. Okay, Teresa's talking about why we would get the 5 grand back. And I think, I agree, Don. Absolutely too many changes to really even intelligently discuss it. Um, Letha, you. I know, Beverly. I need my glasses. Where are my glasses? I need my glasses. I needed my glasses to find my glasses. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Maria. I just like bright, happy colors. Yeah, $5,000 would disqualify some people from Section 8 food stamps. So, yeah, whoo, is this a devious ploy to get people off Section 8 and food stamps? Now that's something I hadn't even thought of, Susie. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Dora, stay away. No, I like to hear both sides because I know the truth is somewhere in there. Gulf of America. Okay, don't get me started. Uh, uh, Sylvie says they said that the $1,400 everyone got during the pandemic caused inflation. I don't know. I haven't really done any research on that, so I can't intelligently speak on that, Sylvie. Uh, uh, yeah, May, it sounds like that is very, have 3PD. Okay, a balance disorder. I had never heard of that. You know, a lot of balance disorders have something to do with your inner ear. Could that be part of it too? I don't know. This is new to me, so, but I do hope that you are able to get back your balance. And yeah, that would be very hard to deal with. Um, yeah, cash assets on hand have a limit of $2,000. That's true. Very true. Uh, okay, well, I'm going to jump down here. And what I want to ask is, uh, one person was talking about, some people were talking about doing their own canning, doing gardening, getting prepared. What are some things that some of you are going to do to get prepared if things go south? What are some of you are going to do? I would be curious to know. I have some suggestions I'm going to hopefully be coming up with if I do a video on it, but um I'm just wondering what some of the things you all are doing. Um, uh, yeah, well, you know what, Samantha? People should not be releasing confidential information. And if they do, they'll have to face the consequences. You know, for instance, if I was at a hospital and was there, say a celebrity or something, and I was there for a certain medical treatment under HIPAA, I wouldn't want people releasing that. I don't see the difference. Um, Now, if it's not confidential, if it's open records, that's different. But if it's confidential, people are going to have to pay the consequences if they break the law. Um, uh, I don't know. I'd have to look that up, Samantha. I don't know anything about that. Um, Tammy, there's always crookedness. There's going to be crookedness everywhere, but and there's been on both. There's it on both sides of the aisle. I mean, come on now. Look at look at how both sides of the aisle legislators for decades have had privy to information about legislation that was coming down the pike, or different things that were going to be granted, or different things that were going to happen. They went out and either bought land in areas where they knew there was going to be development. They either bought stocks based on different things. So they did things that Martha Stewart went to prison for doing, which was supposedly insider trading, and they made massive amounts of money over and above what she made, and nothing happened to them, and it was considered legal. So there's been corruptions on both sides of the aisle for a very, very long time. So I'm not saying I approve of it nor it's okay by any means, but I'm just saying there has been for a long time. This is nothing new, and it is not relegated to one party or the other. But all right. I see that as far as the top secret clearance, but I'll just say this, and I'm not going to go any further into this on this live. I don't think gaining access into my confidential records as a private citizen is something that government employees should have the right to do, unless they have a designated reason for doing that, such as they're working for Social Security and they need to confirm or verify that I have worked so many quarters, such as it's IRS and they're confirming or verify that my income was what I said, or my deductions are what I said. Short of those things, it's an invasion of my privacy, and it's a violation of my rights. That's my feeling, and that's my thought on that, and I'm going to stick to it. I don't want people, I don't care what kind of security. I had a top top security clearance with the government. But that did not allow me access into a lot of people's personal and private information, because people can do things with that they should not do. And I think that is just absolutely looking to me like that's going towards a very, very scary place. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Um, all right. Well, guys, I'm trying to see. Radiant, I'm going to be doing suggestions, not just for people who are living in vans. If I do the video, it will be for everyone. There will be some suggestions that would be pertaining primarily for people living in vans. There would be some suggestions for people that would primarily be pertaining to people who live in sticks and bricks, because I have viewers that are both. So I don't want to only give advice or suggestions to one part of my audience and not the other part. So I think that whatever video I prepare, if I do, it's going to have information for both. And the very first thing that I'll be talking about, which I would talk about in the video, is going to be for both. It's one thing that will cross both sides. But I will say this too. I think this year there are going to be more people who are forced to move into their vans than our cars or whatever than any other time in my lifetime, and I'm 72 years old. I think it's going to go back. You're going to have to go back to the Great Depression to find people who are going to be in as bad a financial situation as many people are going to be this year. And if you want to know more about why I'm coming to that conclusion, go over and check my video that I dropped today. I shared some of it in that, and I think those are valid points. And particularly, I think seniors, low income seniors, are going to be disproportionately impacted by many of the changes that are going to occur. All right. Uh, that one. uh, Moose Tracks lovers. Oh, no, 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 no. Says, I had a dream everyone lost their home. Not sure if it's prophetic. No, no, no. Well, you know, the Bible says you can tell if a prophecy is true to see if it comes true. But I don't think that's true. Letha says Hooverville all over again. Oh my gosh. Woo, boy, oh boy. Hey, Brenda Burner. Hello, hello. All right. Stay tuned. Says, okay, good night, Gracie. Hey, I live with Gracie, okay? I'm not going to say anything else. All right, guys. I have to go too, Lindy. See you all next week. All right. Love each and every one of you. Any one of you who other than or in addition to um Oreo Care, if you want to be greeted again, that's fine too. If this is your first time, could you please put a number 1 um on there so I can acknowledge you? And if you're a content creator and want to be acknowledged, would you please put a big C? And would my moderators please drop your link so everyone can go over and say hello and show you some love. Sunshine says, I got an acre of good topsoil in South Texas. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll have to, good topsoil in South Texas. Boy, I wish you were closer to California, Sunshine, because I would sure want to use some of that to do a garden. You're fabulous too. Stay tuned. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Radiant, first time in the house. Welcome, Radiant. Welcome to Glowville, Hooverville, Glowville. Oh my goodness. Welcome, welcome. Who else? I think I see someone else that was the first time in the house. Jazz. Okay. Jazz Prismatics Power. I think I said it right. Jazz Prismatic Powers. First time. You got guys, Globies, you know how we do, how we welcome our newbies. Thank you so much for coming over. We're so happy to see you. Rocking Down the Road with Dale is a content creator. Lava Lindy's Awesome Van Adventures content creator. Who else are content creators? Yes, thank you, Caroline, for welcoming all the new people. Thank you, Nora, for welcoming. I wish his sunshine says I wish I was too. Oh my goodness. I would buy land in Texas. It's just too darn hot in the summer. I don't think I could take it. I really don't think I could take it. And you don't have a real long winter, so yeah, it's already I was watching someone on YouTube today, and they were somewhere in Texas, and they said it was already 87 and starting to heat up. So no, I just couldn't take it. Thank you, Margaret. Looking for Christ's appearing glory, aren't we all? Aren't we all? One waiting and praying if I should go van life. So thank you for coming over, looking for Christ appearing in glory rather. Thank you for coming in, friendly thrifters and Cynthia Peluche. I hope I said it right. Thank you. So got a lot of new people in here today. A lot of Violet at Content Boutique. Very cool. Is go over and show her some love. And Berlin Simo, hello. Alexandra's new. Delight Newland, welcome. A lot of new newbies, new newbie globies. Hey, Delight Newland, a content creator. Randy is not able to be back. Uh-oh. What does that mean, Randy? I hope that you're going to be back and around here. Stay tuned says, let's create our own town full of vehicles and tiny homes. So, hey, I'm in. Sign me up. Cynthia says, I envy all you nomads. Oh my goodness. Jane says, hey, Globies, I'm watching from Imperial Dam, Senator's Wash. Oh, Imperial Dam. A lot of my friends are over there right now. Oh my goodness. All right. Thank you, Graham from Australia. And go over and Miss Net. Thank you for dropping that down the road with Dale, that link. 44 degrees with wind chill and 32. Oh, so it's not hot over in South Texas where you are. Wow, I wonder where they were in Texas. I didn't know. All right, folks, I gotta go. Thank you, Vanma Ruth. Vanma Ruth, thank you. Thank you. All right, folks. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you same place, same time next week. And I have go over and check out my video, and if you would share it out to as many people as you can, because I want, especially seniors, I want them to see this and not be in denial about what's going to be, I believe, happening. And if it doesn't, all the better. Still good to be prepared. All right. Cheryl Katz has bought 10 acres in North Florida. Will welcome most. Work the land and share. Ooh, that sounds, hey, I bet a lot of people would be interested in taking that on. All right, thrifty thrifters from New Mexico. Stay tuned. I love this community too. All right, Godstem. Well, I'm going to hopefully do a video on some suggestions that I want to share on ways I think maybe you can continue to thrive even in hard times that are coming up. And I may have a van tour, and I keep saying I'm going to do a cooking show, so I'm going to just say I may or I may not. I don't know. But some good content coming up next week. So hopefully you'll tune in. Love each and every one of you, and I will see you down the road. May your journeys be filled with joy and blessings. And I'm going to make like a shepherd and get the flock